Okay, well, thank you everyone for coming to our fourth and final um, session for our Social Media Academy. For those of you who don't know me, I am Allison Harvey, president of the Auburn Chamber of Commerce this year. I'm very excited for this series, and it's been incredibly beneficial, at least for me so far. I've really enjoyed all of the sessions. So thank you, Josh, for participating and providing this to the Chamber. You're a huge asset to the Chamber, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to hand it over to Jackie Weston, our executive director. She didn't know she was going to talk, but if you want to say anything about anything that's going on with the Chamber real quick before we hand it off to Josh, now's your time, Jackie.
I do want to thank Josh and reiterate that we couldn't have done this all without him. It's been an amazing series, and it was actually talked about yesterday on a county-wide email with the county and other chambers, how they're going to try and do similar things because of us. So thank you, Josh, for that. I also want to say to anyone that has kids or has grandkids, we're going to be doing trick-or-treating tomorrow from 3 to 5. All of downtown and Old Town merchants will be out, and we're actually going to be handing out candy and hand sanitizer. So make sure you load up on your hand sanitizer so that we can all stay healthy here in Auburn and keep moving forward in our COVID tiers. Other than that, I think it's been a fun month, and I hope that we continue to move forward. Look forward to some new events coming next month and some new stuff for the chamber. So please pay attention to that, and I will hand it off to Josh to take over.
Awesome. Thanks, Jackie and Allison. I really appreciate that. It's good to see everyone again for the last of our series. I feel like October has gone by really fast, but also when I think about that we've done 4 of these, it seems like it's gone by kind of slow in a good way, because we've gotten to have some really good time together. It'll be 4 hours by the end of today, learning about social media. And the goal was really, it's hard to meet everyone at where they're at in their needs. And so the goal of this was really trying to start from the very beginning with, people that don't have a social media account and taking them through today, which is, okay, you're ready to start creating ads. Now, today, what I'm going to be talking about is not how we make ads for clients. Today is all about, if you've never run Facebook ads before, or maybe you've run a couple, you're really just not happy with the performance, today is for you. We'll have a more advanced training later. We've talked about continuing this in a more focused way, and we'll release details on that over the next couple of weeks or month. But today is not necessarily how I personally would run ads for my business or for our clients, but it is a great place to start for people that have never run ads or that have run very few ads. And don't have the resources to hire someone like myself or someone in our company to run ads for you. They are effective. What I'm going to show you today will help, and I think you're going to be surprised at how easy it is. But there are just some things like insider knowledge that we can do on another end of Facebook. There's a whole back end on Business Manager to run ads. So hopefully you got something to write some things down with. I also have, let me grab them. I also have these, which I'm going to send the files over to Jackie and Allison to put up on our website possibly, or maybe email to you guys. But I wrote these cards a couple weeks ago. One side is Social Media 101, and it's kind of a review of the last 4 sessions. And then on the back is how to boost your SEO. And that's a whole other animal. But I also have digital copies of these that I will make sure that is available for free to at least the people that have been coming, but potentially all chamber members. So again, I hope you have something to write down with, because we're going to talk about ads and how to be effective with your marketing. And if you come across on your social media feed or an email or anywhere where someone promises that they have like the secret way to make your marketing work, they're lying, and it's a sales tactic. There is no secret to marketing. there's a few important topics that you need to always hold to, and you always need to be thinking about when you're creating your marketing efforts. But there's no secret. All businesses are different, and I'm going to try to touch on different types of businesses today and what can help you in your specific business. But there's no secret. There's no system. There's nothing like that. There's just literally some common sense, a little bit of math, and then testing and looking at the data. That's the biggest thing is testing. So I am gonna help you craft some things. So we're gonna talk about some ways to boost your marketing efforts right off the bat. And some of them are gonna be really easy. So, and then some of them I'm actually gonna show you how to create ads from scratch. So first off, let's actually talk about the easy ways to market on social media. So I'm gonna share my screen with you, and we're gonna look at one of our clients who is Nectar Cafe in Auburn. We run social media ads for them on a monthly basis, and we post for them on a regular basis. So you guys should be able to see Nectar Cafe. And I want to talk a little bit about their account. So I want to go over this first, because I'm also going to show you how to test or how to know to see if your ads are actually running. I'm sorry, well, you can see if they're running, but to see if they're actually working and if they're meeting your goals. So we're running ads right now. We've been running ads all month. I'm not going to share with you their budget or anything like that. But I want to talk about this. At first, it looks like, oh, wow, like we've reached a lot of people. But then you look at this and it's down 68%. That's from the previous month. And then if you look at post engagements, that's up 138%, and page likes is up 93%. So when someone's looking at this, they might be like, oh, well, you're not reaching, you're reaching 68%. You're reaching a 68% less than you were last month. The reach is down 68%. That's not good. Well, there's different goals. So every single month we look at our clients and we have meetings with them on a quarterly basis, sometimes on a monthly basis, about their goals. And for right now, especially with COVID, most of our restaurant clients, it's like we just want to get as many orders in as we can because seating capacity is down. We can't fit as many people inside of our restaurant. So our goal for Nectar is actually post engagements. We really don't care how many people are seeing their ads because it'll take care of itself. Thousands of people will see it, which is good, and which will work. We want link clicks to go up because that means people, the ads that we're running for them link directly to their online ordering system. So that means when someone is clicking the link, they are interested, ready, willing to purchase something right then and there. So this is good to see. We also are running, so we don't just put all of our clients' money towards one effort, and you shouldn't either. If you're thinking about how much to spend, I want you to think of marketing as an investment. It is a cost, but growth of a company is adding long-term value. And if you're not taking the time and the money to invest in your long-term value, then you're not investing in the growth of your company. It doesn't have to be a lot of money at all, but I want you to keep some things in mind. I mean, if your company does, let's say it does $100,000 worth of sales a year, and you're only spending $100 a year on your marketing, I wouldn't call that a very wise investment or a very good investment. It's not going to make an impact. We have clients that we started working with that, their store generates $1 million a year in sales, and they're kind of looking at us like, wait, you want us to spend $500 a month in ads? And it's like, yeah, it's $6,000 a year. I mean, that's so little compared to the sales. And what I try to educate clients on is we can take this X number of dollars and help you. And basically every dollar that you spend will turn into, $2 extra, $3 extra, $10 extra. It just depends on what we're marketing. So a good rule of thumb is that your marketing budget is at least 4 to 5% of your sales for the year. So that's how much you should be spending in marketing. If you can spend more, great. but that would be a good starting place. Okay, so let's first talk about easy ways to market your business. So the very first thing that I would tell you is to look at your most popular posts and boost those. If you go in, and I showed you guys that last time, and I'll show you it one more time. So if you go into Insights right here, and wait for it to load. Okay, so if you go down here, so this is your 5 most recent posts. So if you click on this, you can see all posts. If you go right here and you click on all posts, you'll get to see, you can go back far back as you want. Depending on what you are wanting to promote, you need to pick the appropriate post. But doesn't it make sense that if a post is organically, meaning there's no ad money behind it, if an organic post is really, really popular, doesn't it make sense that if you put money behind it and it gets seen by more people, that that popularity will continue? If your organic followers, so let's say you have 1,000 followers, and 50 of them, let's say that's your best, 50 people liked it. 50 people of them liked your post, and that was the most popular, then, I mean, if they liked it, other people will like it. The problem is getting to those other people. And that's where Facebook basically it's pay to play, where if you boost if you boost a post, which turns it into an ad for $20, you'll reach more people, and then those likes will increase. And what's cool about it, it's a snowball effect where you can start off with very little. So let's say your budget every month is $50. I would take 10. I take it back. I would take 20 and find your 2 most popular posts and put $10 each and see what happens. You'll notice that the likes and the reach and the engagement, likes are engagement, but the engagement will increase. And then you can decide if you want to keep putting money towards both of them or just focus on one of them. What that means is you have to be a little bit of forward thinking when you're making organic posts. So if you want to highlight, so I'll give you an example. So I'm going to click on this post. They are Nectar, when they were reopened, they were excited about their pumpkin spice latte. So we wrote this basically saying, hey, like, we're so excited to be open again. Come see us for a pumpkin spice latte. Pretty general. That will last almost all fall, which means you can spend $10 on this for like a week. And if you're happy with the results, keep it going for another week. If you're happy with the results after that, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. You can just keep it going. You don't have to recreate anything. You just keep adding money to it, and you will be able to see the change in your sales because you'll be selling a lot of that item. So that's strategy number 1, is going back to your insights, looking at, again, this is, clearly we've been spending money on this because it's the reach has been huge. But go back and find your most popular posts. If I was Nectar, I would go to this, this is a BLT, I believe. And looking, so looking at this post, if you look right here, this has been getting a lot of attention lately. So you can just go right here and click on boost, and I'll show you how to set that up. And it's easy. You just click right there. You set up the ad, you put up the budget, and then it runs. And then you can just keep on reboosting it, reboosting it, reboosting it. I'm going to stop there for a second. Are there any questions before I actually get into creating an ad, whether it's a boost or a standalone ad? Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll use this as an example. So let's say that we are happy with this. This is an item that we want to keep putting out there for customers to buy. Again, think about your business. If you're not in the restaurant industry, it could be a piece of jewelry or a service that you offer or something like that. So when you're making your organic posts, think about making the posts so that it could be pretty much used at any time, and that it highlights a topic or a service or a item that you want to sell more of. All right, so then you literally just click boost post right here. Okay, so this is not, like I said, this is not how we would go about doing it, but this is good for right now, because the other way is a little bit more time intensive and is a little bit more advanced. It says automatic. Let Facebook select the most relevant object based on your settings. If you click change right here, what this means is Facebook, if you leave it to automatic, it will pick from these based on, like, it's going to do a test on its own. It's going to put a bunch of ads out there with these different goals, and it's going to see which one is doing the best, and then it will push more of your ad budget towards that. If you want a specific action, click on change like I did, and click on one of these goals. If you post, like for Nectar, that is a specific menu item. If you are wanting people to go to your website and order that, you would actually select this goal and not automatic. If you just want your brand's awareness to spread throughout the community, I would actually click on get more people to react, comment, and share. So I'm going to click on save for that. You can click on a button or select a button type. You don't have to have a button, but what's cool is, I mean, you can have like people get directions right to your business. If you're having a certain sale in your post, it could say, you know, now through Friday only, and then you could have a directions button so people can find you right away. If you want people to call you, click on call. There's a whole lot of options. I'm actually not going to have a button because I just want this to be awareness. And the other thing is, if in your post it says order now, there's no order now button, which is going to send mixed messages. So in your post, in your organic post, just try to keep them as simple as possible. Don't say order now or anything like that. You could say visit us. That would make sense. And you could say get directions, but I'm not going to put a button. Okay, that error just keeps popping up because we need to pick an audience. So we have a bunch of audiences created already. You can create your own audience, and I'll show you how easy it is. Just right here, you just click on create new audience, and it's gonna well, it's thinking. I have a feeling that this is not going to go through for some reason. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a different way. I don't know why this isn't working on Facebook right now, but I'm going to show you it that exact same thing like that we were just looking at right now. So pretend we're still in Boost Post. I'm going to click on, well, I'll show you guys. So if you're back on your page and you want to create an ad, like from scratch, you can click on promote. And okay, so you can also boost a post from here, and you can click on boost a post, and then in the next screen, it'll say, please pick a post. And then it'll go back to that screen that wasn't loading for us. You can also boost a specific Instagram post. You can promote your page. So this would get you guys more likes. And that's what I was talking about earlier. If you have $50 to spend, don't spend it all on one post and one action. Split it up. So, you know, 20 bucks of our budget's already spent on those 2 boosted posts. Why don't you spend another $20 on increasing your followers? Because remember, having more followers is great for a couple reasons. One, we call it social cred or social credibility. If you have a lot of followers and there's new customers or clients that are checking you out to see if they're going to do business with you, that improves your credibility because it shows that, you know, thousands or hundreds of people already trust you and are doing business with you. So spending money on increasing your likes you may not be able to see the benefits of like an actual sale right then and there, but it will help future sales. The other thing is increasing your followers means that more of your organic posts will be seen by more people for free. So as your likes increase, Facebook's still only going to allow 5% of your followers to see your posts, but 5% of 100 is less than 5% of 1,000. So if you can increase your followers, you will increase the amount of people that will see your content for free, which again, we all want, you know, free marketing. So that's what I would use for promote your page. I would spend out of your $50, $20 to $25 on just increasing your likes. Regardless of whatever you select, this next part will be the same for all of them. So I'm gonna click on get more website visitors. It doesn't matter. It's pretty much all the same. So this is what should have populated when we were trying to boost that post. So if you click on boost posts, this will also come up. So again, this will work for pretty much any of those that you click on. This is a little bit different in that it's saying, hey, you can actually make your description because we're making an ad from scratch. And, but for a boosted post, this would not be, and I don't know why this has vegetarian spelled incorrectly. I need to look at that, make sure it's not anywhere on their site, because this pulls from your site, like your settings, like your about me piece. So we didn't write that. I don't believe. I'll have to look into it when we're done. But I'll have to talk to the person who's in charge of it. But let me change that real quick. Oops. Okay. So for a boosted post, you wouldn't be able to change this. I just want to make sure that that's clear. Okay, so let's go back to the audience selection. So here's where we were last time, creating an audience, and then I'll go back and actually show you guys how to make an ad from scratch. Okay, so audience type is really important. So this is already selected. Basically, Facebook realized we're located in Auburn. This is pretty much the largest demographic group. You can go younger than 18. But that's pretty much what the standard is. And it's saying, okay, these people living in Auburn. If you click on this, you can edit it or you can create a new one. And here's what's really cool that you guys need to make sure that you do. As you're creating audiences, make sure you save them because you want to be able to see, oh, this ad performed really well with this audience. I want to make another ad that targets this same audience again. And it saves you so much time having a saved audience right here. So you don't have to recreate everything every single time you make an ad. You can select people who like your page. So if you wanted to give a promotion to just people who like your page, you can do that. Never, ever, ever, ever choose people who like your page and their friends. Unless you can really control the geography of where the ad is. But you're not gonna, I mean, it's people who like your page and their friends. I have friends all over the place, as do most of you, I'm sure, on Facebook. So why would we want people out of the area to see our ads? So only use this if you control the geography of the ad really well. People in your local area can work. And then there's custom audiences. So if you click this, all your custom audiences would show up. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this. We're gonna edit this together. Marketing, fortunately or unfortunately, is all about stereotyping and being a little bit biased. Now, I don't mean biased unfairly. I just mean that if you're selling a let's say a facial, like a beard trimmer, you're probably not going to advertise that to women. You're probably going to select men right here. So you'd want to bias your ad that way. Likewise, if it's a mother-daughter like spa treatment, and you're wanting specifically mothers and their daughters to come, you would probably just target women. So it's okay to do that, because I mean, when you set out to market that product, you were originally thinking of a certain sex. So it's okay to run your ads in that regards. Now, you should never, like if there's, if it's a job opportunity or something like that, you need to make sure that you open it up to everybody, for two reasons. One, just ethically, like that's just wrong. B, well, three reasons. B, Facebook actually might tag it and shut down that ad, or possibly shut down your account. The other thing is, people will pick up on that. They'll realize, oh, there's only like women here at this job opportunity, or there's only men here. Like, that's weird. You don't want to open yourself up to that. So if it's for a specific product that you have in mind, that you want a certain sex to purchase it from you, then narrow it down by sex. For a restaurant, usually you don't care. So we're going to keep it as all. Okay, you really need to think about the ages of your audience. This is where stereotyping comes in more. If your service or your product is fairly expensive, you need to think about who can afford your product. So for instance, what I've talked to you guys about, or I showed you guys wall beds, their beds are high quality, and they're thousands of dollars. I mean, it's furniture. I mean, this right here, I don't know about you guys, but when I was 18, A, I wasn't even in the market looking for furniture. And B, I didn't have, even if I did have, I guess, I wouldn't spend on furniture, but I didn't have the extra money to spend a couple $1,000s on a wall bed. So change this, narrow this down. For a restaurant, you guys are lucky, because most people can afford, unless you're a really high-end restaurant, that you're offering a specific item or a specific experience. Most people can afford your guys's food at almost all age levels. Same thing on the higher end. If what you're offering is like really geared towards a younger audience, then don't go all the way to 65 plus, like bring it down. Now, I will tell you, I have been pleasantly surprised by some times where we've thought, you know what, an older audience may not like this. And we actually always test it before we say no. So we actually made an ad for wall beds in Arizona. It's a different store. And 45 to 65 plus was the most efficient demographic that we found on Facebook. And we were blown away. And it made all the difference to them. So, it's okay to take a little bit of money and test what you think isn't going to work to confirm that. But like I said, you've got to go with your gut and certain things that you just, to be somewhat true. And then, like I said, don't be afraid to test to see if you're actually thinking the right thing, because you may be missing out on an audience that you overlooked, which luckily for us, we tested it and we caught it. But had we not tested it, we would have overlooked that whole audience. Okay. Locations, Auburn, United States, that's great. You can actually type in 5603. You can type in by zip code. So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so let me back out. They're not going to let me do it. Hang on, 95603. Okay. This is why, it's one of the reasons why we don't use this. So you used to be able to change this, and I'm not sure why they, for advanced feature target, go to ads manager. This is what we use for our clients. But what I was going to say is you can target by zip code, and this is something we'll go over in the advanced class. But you can actually target all of the zip codes in Auburn, or not target all the zip codes in Auburn. And actually, get people within a certain zip code to respond to your ad. So what I would do is for Nectar is I guess I would just leave Auburn in Auburn, California. Here's this, but I didn't see that pop up on when I selected the zip code. But anyways, we never use the radius ever. It's always zip code. But if you're a local business, make sure you select the lowest amount. I've actually seen this go down to 3. So maybe depending on the ad that you're running, this changes, but if you just really want to target around Auburn, select 10 miles. Conversely, if you want to target people outside of the area, put in those cities. I mean, if you wanted to target the Bay Area, you could type in all the zip codes or cities for the Bay Area. Okay, so the other thing is you can do target detailing, and this is also kind of scary, how well Facebook gets to know you. And I'm going to show you how scary it is, because you can actually type in income, and you can target people making a certain amount of income. Now, it doesn't really make sense for a restaurant to do this, but there are some clients that we work with that have high value services or products that certain incomes may not be able to afford. You can also target political leanings. Like if I type in Republican Party, you can target people who are interested in the Republican Party. It's the same for, whoops. Yeah, here, Democratic Party, United States, interests. So, I mean, you can target people who watch Food Network. I mean, you can target this all the way down. And this is where it's important to have different audiences, because you have different products, and maybe one type of person would be interested in this product and another person would be interested in a different type of product. And you can save those audiences, and then in the future, you don't have to go through, and literally it might take you an hour or 2 to set up your audiences, because you have to figure out who you're trying to target. And then it says down here, potential reach 81,000. You want to make sure that this needle is in the green right here. You don't want it too broad, and you don't want it too specific, because that means that the ads are being inefficient with your dollars. So just make sure that you're within the green. I'm never going to tell you should have 81,000. It depends. We have some ads that are reaching 1.3 million people, and some ads for clients were reaching 17,000. So it really just depends on the audience type. Okay, at the very end, you're going to click Save Audience, and then it'll ask you, what do you want to name this audience? And then make sure you name it something so that you can come back later and find it easily. Okay. And then once you do that, you are going to decide how many days you want it to run, and then you're going to set your daily budget. This is something that we actually do lifetime budgets rather than daily budgets, but for this, Facebook only allows you daily budgets. Real quick, the reason why we don't do daily budgets is because once you spend your $5 or whatever it is for you, your ads don't show anymore. And that's bad sometimes, because remember how I was showing you guys on the analytics where you can see like days of the week that people are responding to your posts? Well, if your ad is out there on a Thursday afternoon and people are really reacting to it on Thursday, and you're just getting tons of business like on this Thursday afternoon, because let's say the power went out and people are home on their phones or something like that, you want your ad to be show as many people to as many people as possible on that day. So if you set up a lifetime budget, it allows you to do that, whereas this will stop your ads after it spends that $5. Sadly, you're kind of stuck with this. Using this ad creator. We'll have more advanced classes on the advanced ad creator. Okay, placements. I always deselect Messenger. In fact, there's something on the advanced that we'll go over that we'll always deselect, but you want your ad to be shown on Facebook and Instagram. You can also deselect Instagram if you know that you only want this to be seen on Facebook. Notice that as I'm clicking these numbers up here are changing. this will be able to tell you, this actually tells you how many people you're going to reach per day and how many link clicks you can expect. It's a pretty wide range. But this is something that you can use to go off to see if your ads are healthy. The biggest thing is that to look at if your ads are helping you is just your sales. So make sure you keep track of that. Like, okay, today I started my ads. So know that for your sales that you're going to look at your sales for a period of time when you started ads versus when you didn't start ads. And for us, when we sign on new clients, it's a minimum of a 3-month contract, because it takes us about a month to find who their target audience is, and then another month to gather data and to make sure that we are running like proper posts. And then businesses usually start seeing a return on their investment in the 3rd month. So don't look at this in terms of days or a few weeks. Give yourself a couple months to run this, and then start comparing, a chunk of maybe like 1 or 2 months compared to the previous 1 or 2 months, and see if these ads are helping your sales. There is a Facebook pixel. I'm not going to get into that right now, but you can add it on your website, and it helps you track traffic and actually create audiences from it. But we're not going to go over that today because it takes too much time to explain, and it's kind of advanced. So once you do that, you're going to click Promote Now, and it'll run your ad. Okay, I'm going to stop here and see if there's any more questions before I get into actually writing an ad. So if you're going to write your own ad and not boost a post.
The only one I see is if you offer a virtual service, the audience would be anywhere in the world, right?
Correct.
And then also, Mr. Haswell wants you to tag Visit Placer in Nectar's tags.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, so that we basically just went over the easiest way to market, which is finding your most popular organic posts and boosting those. And then we went through creating an audience, which you're going to have to do on either a boosted post or an ad that you create from scratch. So now we're actually going to talk about, okay, how do you actually build an ad properly? First and foremost, you have to have a good picture or a video. And I would pick video over a picture almost every single time. This is where, Canva can come in and really helpful, because you can take a picture and make it a video by adding those stickers that we talked about. But video is king by far, because it will increase your engagement. So if you can make a video, whether that's actually a video that you record on your phone or you throw a picture in Canva and you add animations to it, use a video. So once you do that, and I'm not going to do that for Nectar's, but these buttons right here, you can browse images that you already have on your profile. You can browse videos, and then you can upload a new one. So once you get your image or your animation / video there, let's talk about text. So I'm going to delete this. And I'm actually going to go through a tried and true ad template that we use when we are truly like trying to make a sales pitch. And I always call this like the infomercial pitch. So with marketing, or at least Facebook ads and marketing in general, you want to structure your ad in such a way where you hit on a specific pain point. And for a restaurant, it could be convenience or time or just quality food, like wanting fresh food. But you want to hit on a particular pain point. And so I'm gonna outline this for you right now. So there's 5 pieces to a really good ad. You want to start off your ad with pain point as a question. And I'm going to use a gym as an example for this. So basically, this is a little corny, but it's meant to communicate the bigger idea. So pain point as a question. So if I was a gym, I would say killing yourself at the gym. Sorry, killing yourself at the gym, but struggling to build bigger arms, question mark. So the pain point as a question it should be first. So killing yourself at the gym, but struggling to build bigger arms, question mark. So the pain point is people are killing themselves at the gym, maybe not so much right now with COVID, but they're putting in all this time, but they're having a hard time, like they're not reaching their goal. The next thing, so pain point as a question, then the next main piece of that is benefit. So in our instance, product X targets your arms. So this could be like a workout machine. Product X targets your arms, building muscle 2 times faster with half the effort. So you have your pain point and then your solution, which is the benefit. And then you have the authority or the proof. So you can make claims all day long, but you need to back it up basically so that people begin to trust you. So then the third part is the authority / proof, which says trusted and used by over 5,000 happy, huge muscled customers. So you have the pain point, then you have how, like the benefit, you're solving their problem. And then the social cred basically, or the authority, which is, all these people have used it, why aren't you? Then you repeat the benefit. So be stronger than you've ever been. So pain point, benefit, authority or social credibility, benefit again, which I actually view as more of like encouragement, like, you can do it too. And then urgency needs to end your ad. So, product X is selling fast, and when they're gone, they're gone. Get yours now and see results before we sell out. Now for you, it could be a date. It doesn't have to be an amount. So it could be, this sale is good until Saturday, or the first 50 people that purchase this, they're the ones that are going to be able to claim this deal. So again, it's the pain point as a question, and then benefit, which is how you solve their problem. And then it's the authority or social credibility. How many people are already using this product, or how many people have already bought this product, or how many people are already being successful with you, and then supporting them or encouraging them. And so can you, like you can benefit as well. And then urgency, act now because, sale ends October 31st, let's say. So that's how you would write an ad that you're starting from scratch. This is not a boosted post. So you would type that here into the description. And then what's cool about this is you can actually have multiple images or videos. So you can have more than one. And then you have your headline. So your headline, and as you change things, it'll change over here. So like where it says Nectar Cafe, I can change this and be like fresh food. And it'll change it. Now notice this says apply now. This doesn't make sense for a restaurant, but it really makes sense to direct people what to do in this headline. So you could literally say, click, apply. And I don't know, my wife, who's the grammar police, I don't know, this might go inside this is something I would look up before we posted it for a client to make sure that it was right, but click apply now. Like whatever words are right here, usually they work well here as well. So let's say that, so here's see menu. So you could be like, see our menu today. You could even add an emoji where you're directing people to go click on that button. Because remember, they're reading your text and there needs, they need to play off that urgency. So the urgency could be, order right now, or click on the order button below, and then you're just reinforcing it with this right here. And then if it is a link somewhere, like if it's to your website, make sure that it's the actual page. So Nectar petcafe.com is not where I would send people. I would actually send them to their online ordering system. So if you're highlighting, let's say, a specific service or product, go to your website, go to wherever that is on your website, copy and paste, copy the URL, and then paste it right here so that when people click it, they go exactly to what you're talking about. If people go to your homepage, they're going to be lost. They're going to be like, this is lame. Like, I want to order this, but I can't find it. So you should leave people no excuses to do business with you. And you should link directly to where your service or product is listed on your website. And then the rest of this is the same. Building an audience is the exact same. The budget and the duration is the exact same. And then, so if I go back out of here, yes, I want to leave. Go back here. So if you click on Ad Center, you'll actually be able to see how your ads are doing. So this will give you some health of what's going on. But if you go to Insight, you can actually see your, I don't know why internet is slow today. You can actually go down here and see, like, if you click on see all posts, it'll have your ads in here as well. So you'll be able to see that too. Okay, one thing that's really important is, and I haven't shown this on any other day because I honestly forgot about it, but today makes the most sense. I'm going to show you right now how to get followers for free. How you can increase your followers for free, basically. So you need to go to your page and go to notifications. Okay, notice this notification right here. It says, reacted to your photo, help them see future posts. If you click on this, it takes you to the post. If you click on this number right here, this will pop up. And it'll tell you, okay, this person liked it, this person liked it, this person liked it. And it says this person's been invited. That means that we've actually invited on Nectar's behalf for them to like the page. And this is what you can do too. You can go back through all your posts. And if you see anyone that's liked your post, you can invite them. And a little notification pops up to them in Facebook that says, Nectar's invited you to like their page. Please like it right now. Or would you like to like it? By doing that, by going through, let's see, let's click on this one. So like this one, I purposely haven't gone through yet. So we started running this ad for them. Look at all these people. I'm just inviting these people. And if they accept the invite, then they will become followers. So free followers. Now, I want to make sure this is clear. By clicking invite, that does not mean that they're going to become a follower automatically. You have to wait for them to actually approve the invite. So that's when you'll actually receive the follower, the new follower. But I just go through and click on all these, and all these people potentially will become new followers. So go through all your you can go back as far as you want, and you can do this on all your posts. I think this is the end right here. So go back and do that. That's going to increase your guys's following tremendously over time, because there's so many people, I'm sure, that have liked your posts that don't follow your page that should be. So if you go through and do that, then you'll increase your followers. The other thing is, and I know we're getting close to the end, and I want to answer some questions. Okay, so animals, kids, if you post about them, they usually do great. So there's a process out there, or a strategy basically called like clickbaiting, in the sense of you want you post something that maybe has not really much to do with your business, but it's more for entertainment purposes, which is totally fine. Like and I said this earlier in our series, you can't always be asking people to do business with you. You can't always be selling. You want to also have it be a two-way street where you're asking people how they're doing or sharing like their favorite place to get coffee or favorite place to hang out with friends or something like that, or favorite places to go hiking. But you can also post pictures of your dogs or your cats or your kids or other people or your customers' kids or cats and dogs. And those posts are usually seen by a lot of your followers and people that don't follow you. And what that means is you can invite those people that don't follow you already off of those like entertaining posts. So post some, a couple times a month, those types of posts that have, your dog or your cat in the picture, and then go through after a couple of days of people reacting to it and invite those people that don't follow you. Are there any other questions at this time?
I have from Suzanne, can you show again where that is found? But I'm not sure exactly what she was talking about.
I figured it out.
Yeah, I think she was. What, Suzanne?
I did figure it out. It was the when you were going really quick through the notifications and then how to find the followers, inviting them. I figured out where it was.
Okay. I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's in your notifications, and your Facebook will actually tell you, hey, these people liked your post, invite them to your page. Just click on any of those notifications, or you can go through each of your posts and click on the number of reactions. And if you click on that number of reactions for that post, a list will pop up of who reacted to it, and it'll tell you liked, or you can click on the invite button.
And then a question, what is the advantage of creating an ad versus boosting an organic post?
So like I was saying, you don't always want to be selling to your followers. So creating an ad, we call them black posts, because ads that you create from scratch are not shown on your feed. Those are only shown to people who you are targeting. So it allows you to be like very like aggressive with your sales tactics in getting your name out there and your company and your services without bombarding your feed with all these like sales posts that you're then boosting. The other thing is you can actually add like multiple versions. So what's cool about creating ads is you can basically test, you can like change the copy and or change the image and send out a bunch of ads. And if you were to do that on your feed, it would look really weird. People would be like, this is the same thing, but like the text changed. So that's why it's beneficial to set up ads. Plus, well, I won't get into that. That's more for an advanced topic, but those are the two main reasons.
And then Rob said, thank you. Blair said, is there a free way to get more followers on Instagram?
Yes, hashtags. There's no way to ask people like on Facebook to like your page. But using hashtags will get you in front of more people that don't already follow you with the hopes of them following you once they find your content.
And then how can you join a group under a nonprofit name?
Yeah, so groups are really interesting. And a lot of groups don't allow business profiles to join. So if your nonprofit, your nonprofit's a business or it should have a business page, a lot of times you won't be able to join very many groups because of that. The only way to get around that is join the group personally. And if the guidelines in the group allow you to basically tag your nonprofit in a post so people can click on it and then we'll go to your nonprofit page.
That's all I've got.
Cool. Well, that's all I've got. I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to bear with me through this virtual event. It's hard for me being a teacher to not teach people in person and to be able to come around to like your computer and help you one-on-one. That's something that I would love to do in the future, where we have like workshops where people can come in and bring their own computer and we actually can work on your stuff. We might be able to do that virtually too. But I just want to thank you guys for, supporting the chamber and supporting us while we're supporting you guys. And as always, just, submit your questions over email or on Facebook, and we'd be happy to get back to you guys.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for joining. We will have these all listed. Sorry, week 3 isn't up yet, but we'll have 3 and 4 listed by early next week at the very latest. There was a little error with week 3 that we're trying to fix. But we are working on an advanced class with Josh for our chamber members. So be on the lookout for that. We don't have any exact dates or times right now, as it's still kind of new. We didn't realize how popular this class was going to be. So we are working on the advanced class. Please stay tuned. I have everyone's emails that registered with Zoom, and I will make sure everyone knows about it as soon as we have more information. So thank you. Please tell your friends and your business partners and anyone else that these classes are going to be on our website. They're available to look over and over. I don't think we'll take them down anytime soon. So feel free to share them as much as possible. And again, Josh, can't thank you enough for all of this. And as Allison said, you are a true asset to not only the board, but the chamber as a whole.
Thanks. It's just, I enjoy giving back to the community and teaching. So it's kind of selfish for me because I get to scratch the teaching itch a little bit.
Yeah. And one day we'll have an in-person something.
Yeah.
So thank you all, and be sure to drop by the chamber tomorrow from 3 to 5, and we'll be handing out lots of hand sanitizer.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.